yesterday.
I called her a complete pain in the ass diva. I did. Because she is. And that's not me talking. That's a direct quote from people in the Fever.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I was not going to do another video until I saw this. After I got done working, I started going through so I could catch up with creators around and see what they got going on. And I came to Venom Reacts. Now, in case you guys don't know this, there's a bit of a feud going on right now between Jason Whitlock and Dan Dakich. There's no secret that Dan Dakich and Lynn Dunn and Stephanie White all have this relationship. Now, it's been a little surprising. He called Caitlin Clark a jackass in the last week and has kind of been on a tear of Caitlin Clark, a very critical tear. And I'm sitting back going, well, Dan Dakich, are you working for CNN or are you working for Outkick? Because you sound a lot like, a Carrie Champion right now. Ooh, yeah, I heard you were critical of Carrie Champion. It don't matter if you're going to turn around and sound just like her. And I've always been a fan of Dan Dakich, and then I don't know what happened. With whatever he's had going on, I'm sure he hates all of us creators. Who cares? Who cares? I don't. Again, he sounded more like he works for CNN than Outkick. Clay Travis, you got your ears on. So, Venom Reacts, hell of a creator out there. If you are not subscribed to his channel, you need to be. And I was like, well, I can put this video together myself. And then I thought, why not? Why not just react to his video? Dan Dakich, who's got a relationship for years and years and years with Lynn Dunn and Stephanie White. Lynn Dunn comes on his radio show he had up there and all that, right? In Indianapolis. It's very clear. He comes out and says a direct quote from the Indiana Fever front office, a direct quote, that they believe Caitlin Clark is a diva. That she is a problem. It seems to me like he is saying she got Christy Sides fired. I was like, okay, I can't wait for in the morning. We've got to watch this now. So let's check this out. Once again, go subscribe. Venom Reacts right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, in every battle, eventually somebody shows their hand. Somebody gets emotional. Somebody makes a mistake. Or somebody reveals what they really think. And in the middle of all this chaos surrounding Caitlin Clark, we may have just gotten exactly that. An alleged quote from inside the Indiana Fever organization that reveals how at least some people behind the scenes view Caitlin Clark. And the weakness wasn't exposed on Caitlin Clark's side, it was exposed on the Fever side. For the first time in 3 years, we have a direct quote to how the Fever actually view Caitlin Clark, at least some people within her workspace, okay?
Okay. Yeah, it's a smoking gun quote. It's all the Caitlin Clark fans that have been called conspiracy theorists, shit, everybody's vindicated. Everybody's vindicated. The Fever franchise, they don't feel all that strongly about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark should hear this and request a trade immediately. Immediately. Or her agents, which I've said lately, she ought to go find some new agents. Drew Rosenhaus, once again. Clutch Sports, once again. Get Stephanie White's ass the hell out of there. Lynn Dunn, all of them. Clean house. After what we're going to hear, it's Caitlin Clark or the Fever. I don't know how they can coexist.
are cracks in the armor now, chat. I also think everyone is missing some very important details in the Scott Agnes firing situation, right? Because once you start looking at Dan Dakich's relationship with the Indiana Fever front office, a lot of questions start to emerge. We're going to go over a direct quote that Dakich says came from within the Fever organization, a quote that suggests someone inside the organization views Caitlin Clark very differently than what is being presented publicly, which we already knew this, right? But now this is basically confirmation we'll go over. We're also going to be examining Dakich's long history with the Fever, including his relationship with Lynn Dunn, why some of those old interviews have become surprisingly difficult to find. I would say it was scrubbed off the internet, and why his messaging around Caitlin Clark appears to have shifted so dramatically. Then we'll correct the, I said we'll correct. Then we'll connect that to the Scott Agnes credential controversy, the injury reporting issues, and the growing concerns about whether independent reporting around the Indiana Fever is being discouraged. Because the more you pull on these threads, the more this story starts looking like it's about way much more than just a reporter losing access. Also, let me tell you guys this real quick before we get into it. These videos take hours upon hours to put together because I spend time researching, verifying information, and finding the receipts. So you don't have to, you feel me, look for them on your own. I just ask that you hype the video, like the video, hit the sub button, and let's get straight into this, okay? There is a lot to go over. So right here, I want to highlight Dan Dakich's first tweet right here. Nobody said a word when Caitlin Clark was getting her A beat last night, nightly last year by these angry fools. Looking like he appears to support Caitlin Clark, right? Those players and coaches celebrated and told us it's a tough league played by tough competitors. Now it's a quote-unquote awful leadership and ratting out conversation. These women are full of shit. So let me tell you guys this real quick.
Okay, and I can tell you this. I have listened to Dan Dakich quite a bit. He has been largely supportive of Caitlin Clark up until about the last 10 days. So I'm just pointing that out.
Right? It's funny how censored ass and said shit. But anyways, right? He was basically coming to Caitlin Clark's defense. He was basically supporting someone who would be looked at as a diva, right? Because he called Caitlin Clark a diva. But let's move on though, chat. Let's move on. It doesn't stop right there, okay? So as you guys can see on the screen, Lynn Dunn's interview with Dan Dakich clearly can't be found. So Dan Dakich, once again, he previously positioned himself as one of Caitlin Clark's biggest defenders. After the Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White fight, his tune suddenly changed. Combine that with his relationship with Lynn Dunn and having Lynn Dunn on his show multiple times, especially in Caitlin Clark's rookie year, it's obvious that he's influenced by the Fever front office and he is their mouthpiece, allegedly. Well, let's move on though, chat, because it doesn't start there and I don't want this to be another 40-minute video, okay? So as you can see, Dakich is confirming that he loves Coach Dunn. He loves Coach Dunn. And, you know, he was exposed right here. Shout out to Coach Anderson, says, Dan talking shit about Caitlin Clark. In case you didn't know, him and Lynn Dunn seems pretty close. Has he criticized Stephanie White one time, asked about her horrible offense and defensive schemes? I would say no. But you can see Dan Dakich frequently features Indiana Fever general manager Lynn Dunn as a guest on a Dan Dakich show to discuss the WNBA. So this is just bringing you through history. And there's someone tagged me in an incredible video. Shout out to you who tagged me in this on X. Stephanie White, Tamika Catchings, and Lynn Dunn in 2015. This goes deep. Dan Dakich is mentioned in this video as well. Let's listen to this video together.
Who you got, Steph? Well, I'm accepting the challenge from Brooke Wyckoff. I'm going to send a local challenge to the guy who everybody loves to hate, and Dan Dakich. Challenge. So bring it on, Dakich. We'll do it right down here.
And also, Lynn Dunn's going to join us. Let us know what's the latest going on with Caitlin Clark. We're going to have some bets for you. We're going to have a hell of a good time.
So most of these videos are deleted. Is there a reason for that, Dan? Why does it appear that you guys are scrubbing history? You guys' relationship with Lynn Dunn. Why are we going and finding footage from 2015, 2024, and times before that? But you are scrubbing it now all of a sudden. This is very peculiar, if you ask me.
She's claiming the Fever star gets favorable treatment.
So Dan defends Caitlin a day before the Portland loss, before Stephanie White yells at Caitlin on the bench. Because you guys remember, right? Carrie Champion was, going off on Caitlin Clark. Look at Dan over here.
She's claiming the Fever star gets favorable treatment from the league, along with proclaiming that she, Carrie Champion, doesn't like, who is the worst of the worst, doesn't like how she acts or how her fans act.
So anyways, this is May 30th, the argument, the day of the Portland Fire game. Now all of a sudden, Dan changes his tune.
Somebody gave her, I ride with her. She has my back. She can't stand you, and rightfully so.
Wow.
Oh, I guarantee you. I mean, she knows that you got rid of Christy Sides. I mean,
Pay attention. I talked about this yesterday when I was with my guys. Keep the vision angry. I'm going to talk about it right now. These are them. This is them planting the seeds right now. Follow the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. They are trying to ruin Caitlin Clark's. Pay attention. I talked about this yesterday when I was with my guys. Keep the vision angry. I'm going to talk about it right now. These are them. This is them planting the seeds right now. Follow the pattern, ladies and gentlemen. They are trying to ruin Caitlin Clark's reputation. This is a soft seed plant situation right here. He's basically confirming that Caitlin Clark fired Christy Sides. Like as if the whole team wasn't on board with.
Did you hear that? Confirming that Caitlin Clark was responsible for Christy Sides getting fired. Okay.
Right. So this is the dumb planting the seed, and it ties into the Scott Agnes situation. And I'll give you a little, early disclaimer. Like, yes, Scott Agnes is firing. It also is a soft seed plant by Caitlin Clark, which we'll also dive into. But just pay attention. This is crazy that he just kind of soft confirmed that Caitlin fired Christy Sides.
He knows that you got rid of Christy Sides, who was the coach of the year in the WNBA. She knows that you're a diva. She knows that you're a diva.
Keep in mind, he just said that Stephanie White knows that Caitlin Clark is a diva. This is the same man that's going to confirm a quote coming from the Indiana Fever office later on in this video.
That you're a diva. Hey, look, nobody is smarter in women's basketball than Steph White.
Oof.
I mean, nobody.
Wow.
Zero, zip, nada.
So a coach that got fired in Vanderbilt for 5 years, the coach that was getting her clipboard snatched from Alyssa Thomas in the Connecticut Sun, they were winning over there because of Alyssa Thomas. They wasn't winning because of Stephanie White.
Wow. What? She burned down the Vanderbilt program. Okay.
That was in spite of Stephanie White. The same situation that's happening over here. When the Fever do win, it's in spite of Stephanie White. When Caitlin Clark looks amazing, it's only when she's going rogue, not when she's in Stephanie White's system. So yes, I don't know what the hell Dan Dakich is talking about, but let's continue though.
And she knows that you are an absolute menace. And you don't win enough. Wow. That's the bigger issue.
So she's a diva. She's an absolute menace. She don't win enough. All these things that he's saying, Stephanie White knows. Not he thinks she knows. Not what it looks like. He's saying she knows. This is someone with direct ties to these people. Keep that in mind.
I mean, damn, Stephanie White should be given an extension.
Ooh.
Without, you mentioned it, they win things. They do all this without her.
Oh, that sounds familiar. They win without her. They look better without her. Oh. That sounds like Carolyn Peck. Wait, didn't Stephanie White coach with Carolyn Peck as well? Oh, they did. What? Oh, hold on. So, as you guys can see, Stephanie White was the Vanderbilt head coach. Carolyn Peck was the associate head coach, right? Stephanie White went a miserable 46-83 at Vanderbilt. Her tenure ended when at least 6 players quit mid-season in January 2021, forcing the school to cancel the season. Let me tell you guys something once again. Stephanie White was coaching at a time, and players were leaving Stephanie White at a time where if you left the school, if you left college, or you left the team, you would have to sacrifice a year of playing basketball and then you can play the next year. Stephanie White was so horrendous at coaching in Vanderbilt. Players were sacrificing an entire year of basketball just to get away from her program. And this is who somehow stumbled onto Caitlin Clark. You know, Stephanie White, you didn't have to come here and coach. But let's continue though. They win things. They do all this without her. Sounds just like what Carolyn Peck said last year. Guys, it's no coincidence that people around Stephanie White are saying the same thing. They look better without her. They win without her. It's no coincidence. Follow the pattern.
The system's great. The star is a pain in the ass.
Wow.
Like, I don't get this shit off of a bathroom wall and take a piss and say, you know what? Caitlin Clark's a diva. I talk to people inside the organization. I got people everywhere. I do. I mean, you can make fun of me, whatever.
Did y'all get that? He talks to people inside the organization. He just confirmed. He's going to keep confirming. This is coming from inside the Fever organization, these feelings about Caitlin Clark.
But I do.
Wow. So he's basically
telling you.
So wait, hold on. Shut up. He's basically saying Oh, don't just think I'm saying these things to say it. Like, I have direct communication. He's overly, time after time, saying, I have ties with
Okay, so who is it? Is it Lynn Dunn or is it Stephanie White? Or is it a combination of two? I would guess it's Lynn Dunn. That's my guess. I don't know that for sure, but he is directly saying he knows people inside the organization. Well, we know who he's got ties with.
these people. And it gets even worse because he's going to release a direct quote. Let's get into it, man.
1,000%. I mean, damn, Stephanie White should be given an extension.
Wow.
Because her system is so good that when people actually buy into it, don't take bad shots, don't act like divas. Don't take bad shots, don't act like divas.
Kaylin, it sounds like shot after shot after shot, Kate. Hey, C22, it sounds like shot after shot. Don't take bad shots. Don't act like a diva. The only shot that is considered a bad shot is Caitlin Clark's logo shots. But that's not a bad shot for Caitlin, that she's clearly shown. This is literally her logo. Like, she's literally building a brand off this shot that you are calling a bad shot. Yet somehow you went out your way from Connecticut to come coach someone who has a bad shot. Who goes out of their way to stop?
By the way, the circumstances of her leaving Connecticut, remember how shady that is? Oh, I got personal issues, blah, blah, blah. I'm stepping down. Next thing you know, she's the Fever head coach. What?
Like, I don't want to say, people defend Stephanie White as if she was here when Caitlin got here. She went out her way and chose to coach Caitlin Clark. She went out her way and knew the influence, the spotlight that this job came with. And now we're supposed to feel sympathy for her? Now we're supposed to say, yes, Stephanie White changed Caitlin Clark? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is crazy.
The team is really good. It is really good.
Wow.
And you called her a complete pain in the ass.
So Jason Whitlock called him out. Danny, you called her a complete pain in the ass. So he's going to release a direct quote, basically saying this isn't him saying this. This is coming from the FIBA organization himself. Let's listen to it right now. I couldn't believe this, and I can't believe nobody was talking about this. Hopefully, all creators watching this right now make a video on this. Please. This has to be blown up.
I'm on it.
By yesterday.
I called her a complete pain in the ass diva. I did. Because she is. And that's not me talking. That's a direct quote from people in the Fever.
After today, I don't want to hear no more conspiracies. After today, I don't.
Did you hear that? It is a direct quote from the Fever organization that Caitlin Clark is a pain in the ass diva. Wow.
Want to hear anyone calling any creator or any fan that's genuinely criticizing this front office a conspiracy theorist. No more. This is a
We've all been vindicated.
direct quote from Caitlin Clark's company. This is a direct quote from Caitlin Clark's coworkers, that they think that she's a complete pain in the ass diva.
Even if Dakich is carrying water for the Fever organization, we've all been vindicated. We now know the truth.
And we're supposed to act like this doesn't exist, right? We're supposed to act like this is just another day in the office. This is normal. This is competitive fire. This is what happens every day. No, this.
Yeah. Look, her agents, you now have to ask for a trade.
This does not happen. This does not happen. This is a coordinated attack. They're writing hit pieces on Caitlin Clark. They are weaponizing the WNBA media against Caitlin Clark. It's almost as if we warned you, Caitlin, that this would happen. It's almost like they think that they have more power in the media than Caitlin Clark's fans. This has coordinated attack. They're writing hit pieces on Caitlin Clark. They are weaponizing the WNBA media against Caitlin Clark. It's almost as if we warned you, Caitlin, that this would happen. It's almost like they think that they have more power in the media than Caitlin Clark's fans. This has to stop now. Everybody, if you are a Caitlin Clark fan, you should be making as much noise as possible. And I see you guys making as much noise as possible.
That's a direct quote from people in the Fever.
Can't believe that.
We really need you to rally around Caitlin, not join the flock trying to bury her. I ain't trying to bury her. I ain't joining no flock. She needs to grow up.
He said, I'm not joining the flock. I'm with the flock. I am the flock. Insane. But anyways, you can see over 14 years of being Lynn Dunn and Stephanie White's media mouthpiece, allegedly. 2013, 2015, 2012, all these years, Coach Dunn calls into Dan Dakich. Like, look at this, man. This is actually crazy. Look at this. All these posts, All these posts, 14 years, over 14 years. Look at this. Even Dakich himself, man. If the Pacers asked me who to hire, I'd say Stephanie White without question. Smartest person we've had on our show talking all of basketball. This was in 2016, the same year, if I'm not mistaken, she started coaching Vanderbilt. Just 5 years before she got fired from Vanderbilt.
Something that's hurting us.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right here because, look, there's still a lot of this video left. I'm at 13 minutes. It's a 20-minute video. So I want you to go over to Venom Reacts channel and finish the rest of this video. But, wow, that's a bombshell. Venom, hey, Venom, a hell of a job on that one. Hell of a job. But is now all the conspiracy theorists, all the crazy Caitlin Clark fans. Oh, look, Stephanie White. Stephanie White loves Caitlin Clark. Okay. Yeah, shut up. I mean, shut the bleep up. You just got served. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. By the way, I mean, all you need to know is that look what Carolyn Peck said. You know, the team's more dangerous. I told you that was a quote that came from Stephanie White. That she had been told that from Stephanie White into her ears at some point. Kept telling you that. I believe Kelsey Mitchell, she believes, is her best player, not Caitlin Clark. And now somebody in the Fever organization believes she is a diva. All these media hit pieces are coming out. The Indiana Fever sound like they're running their own character assassination on the biggest commodity in women's sports. How can you be this effing foolish? Just from a business standpoint, a dollars and cents standpoint, how can you be so stupid? That damn arena, they trade her. If she gets traded out, that arena will turn off 9,000 or 10,000 fans instantly. The ratings for the Fever shit. There'll be 400,000 people watching those games. Maybe. Man, shout out to Venom Reacts. Go subscribe to his channel. Go finish the video on his channel. Hell of a job. It's a hell of a job. I'm sure Dan Dakich will start coming after all the creators because I saw CDS Sports Podcast has been going back and forth with Dan Dakich. Again, I was a Dan Dakich fan. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't. I didn't have him attacking Caitlin Clark on my damn bingo card. Well, I didn't attack her. I heard this stuff from inside the Fever. That seems worse at this point. I mean, who gives a shit what Dan Dakich has got to say on a personal level? I don't give a shit what that dude's got to say. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.